There once was a little girl named Clara who lived in a quiet stone cottage at the edge of a meadow. Her days were simple, helping her mother knead bread in the kitchen, collecting daisies in a wicker basket, and reading under the great oak tree. But Clara's heart carried a secret weight. She was lonely. One spring morning, while walking along the meadow, Clara heard a faint sound. Soft, trembling, like a thread of music caught in the wind. She followed it and found a small bird, its feathers ruffled, its wing hanging low. It had been hurt in the storm the night before. Clara knelt beside it. "Oh, you poor thing," she whispered. The bird's eyes darted with fear, but there was no strength left in its body to fly away. With gentle hands she cupped it and carried it home. Her mother frowned at the tiny creature. "It may not survive, Clara," she said softly, but Clara shook her head. "If it has a chance, I'll help it find it." She made a small nest from an old shoebox, lined it with soft cloth, and placed it by her window so the sunlight could warm it. Every morning she crushed seeds for it, dripped water gently beside its beak, and hummed lullabies as she cleaned its tiny space. Weeks passed. The bird began to sing. Not loudly, just a trembling note here and there, like it was testing the air for safety. Clara would sit beside it, smiling as if each note was a treasure. But one afternoon, as she leaned close, she noticed something. The bird's wing had healed. Its feathers glistened again, and in its eyes there was a longing, a looking past the walls, past the glass, toward the meadow beyond. Clara's chest tightened. She knew what it meant. The bird was ready. That night she lay awake. Her heart argued with itself. If you open the window, it will fly away. You'll be alone again. But another voice, quiet, steady, said, if you keep it, it will never truly live. The next morning, Clara carried the shoebox to the meadow. The bird tilted its head at her, as if asking, "Why are we here?" She knelt in the tall grass and opened her hands. The bird stepped onto her palm, light as a breath. Its tiny claws curled around her fingers, holding on. And for a moment it didn't move. Clara felt her eyes burn. "You were never mine to keep," she whispered. Her voice trembled. "You belong to the sky." The bird spread its wings, hesitant at first, then stronger, and with a sudden leap it soared upward. Clara's gaze followed it until it became a speck in the endless blue. She smiled through her tears. Her hands were empty, but her heart felt full, because she had learned the hardest truth. Sometimes loving means letting go. Moral of the story: holding on can feel safe, but true love sets others free. What is meant to stay will stay, but what is meant to fly must fly, so both your hearts can live. Vocabulary words from the story. Meadow. Meaning, a field of grass and wildflowers. Example, Emma wandered through the meadow, gathering daisies in her basket. Trembling. Meaning. Shaking slightly, often from fear, cold, or emotion. Example, the bird's trembling wing showed how weak it still was. Longing. Meaning, a deep feeling of wanting something. Example, in the bird's eyes, Emma saw a longing for the open sky. Hesitant. Meaning, slow or unsure in taking action. Example, the bird spread its wings in a hesitant flutter before flying away. Letting go. Meaning, allowing someone or something to leave, even if it's hard. Example, she realized that loving meant letting go. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.